evening and welcome to St. Lucie Public Schools Facebook Live event in which we're speaking about our MSAP magnet programs. My name is Lori Boyer and we're happy that you've joined us this evening. We are very excited to share with you that we have a wonderful crew here from the Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie, or also known as CAST. With us today, we have Dr. Lori Reed, who is the principal of CAST. We have our magnet liaison, Jenny Clancy. And we have our superstar STEAM advocates, Rebecca Benton and Mary Rotai. We are very excited to share with you today the fantastic programs and offerings at Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie. So just to give you a little insight into some of those, we are going to share a quick little video with you.
Do you dream of performing on stage, becoming the next Broadway star, or world-class musician or artist? Then Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie invites you to join the CAST. Students in kindergarten through 8th grade experience the joy of creative arts in all aspects of their school day. Combined with first-class academics, students excel in programs that include visual arts, vocal and instrumental music, dance, drama, musical theater, media, and graphic arts. Students perform in 2 unique venues, including the newly designed Black Box Theater and Historic Auditorium. The Black Box Theater is home to dramatic one-act plays, monologues, poetry slams, and ensemble performances. The auditorium hosts school and community events, award and Leader of the Month ceremonies, as well as multiple productions and gallery exhibits throughout the year. These programs develop and enhance the talents of students to realize their full potential as performers and artists, bringing the arts to life. Don't miss your chance to join the CAST at Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie. We have a spot waiting for you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jane Whitaker and I serve as the Magnet School Coordinator for St. Lucie Public Schools. And this was just a quick little sneak peek of the programs that you'll be able to see and experience through Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie. And today, as Lori mentioned, we have 4 very special guests with us. But before we go to the questions, we wanted to share just a quick little bit of information about what an MSAP school is. And actually, MSAP stands for Magnet School Assistance Program Grant. And in 2017, St. Lucie Public Schools was a recipient of a $12.5 million grant that allowed us to revitalize 3 schools. Creative Arts Academy was one of those schools, along with Samuel Gaines Academy of Emerging Technologies and Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, the West Prep Magnet. So you'll hear more about West Prep later this evening if you come back to join us. But today we're going to share about the exciting things that are happening at Creative Arts Academy. So our first question is going to go to Dr. Lori Reed, who serves as principal, and we're going to ask her to speak just briefly about the culture of the school since the start of the grant in 2017. So Dr. Reed, can you share with us just a little bit about what we could see at CAST today?
I sure can, thank you. We really are excited at CAST because we really focus on empowering arts, academics, and leadership for all of our students and staff. We are performers, and we perform academically, and we perform artistically and creatively. So our culture really is focused on strong academics and high-performing students in every area of their lives, including leadership as well. This evening, you'll learn about several of our programs that are part of everything that we do, from our fine arts programs to our leadership programs and to our academic programs.
Great, thanks so much. And our next question goes to Ms. Clancy, who serves as the Magnet Liaison and works very closely with the fine arts and elective teachers. So we know that we have transitioned this year into a virtual capacity in many of our classrooms, and just know that this hasn't stopped the performances at the Creative Arts Academy and many of the performances that we're looking at doing later on in the year and into the fall for the 21-22 school year. So Ms. Clancy, could you share with us just a little bit about performances and what parents have maybe seen in the past and experience with performances into this year, and then maybe even what's coming here in the near future in the fall?
So earlier this year, we made the decision to record our winter show, and we streamed it for both our parents and students. We're super excited to announce that for our spring shows, we're going to invite parents to our auditorium, our historic auditorium. So our fine arts will each perform, and we're also super excited to announce that we will be doing Annie in May.
Okay, great. And you'll notice that COVID has not put a damper on the programs here at Creative Arts Academy. The next one that we want to share with you is an amazing program. It's a curriculum that we have partnered with Franklin Covey. It's called The Leader in Me. And Dr. Reed just shared just briefly about the leadership and the arts component. But we're going to ask Miss Bitten if she would share with us some of the components of Leader in Me that your child could experience at Creative Arts Academy. Okay.
At CAST, we implement the Leader in Me program, which focuses on the 7 habits of highly effective people, which instills leadership in schools. The goal of this curriculum is to build well-rounded learners by developing the whole person and preparing students to become lifelong learners. It also encourages students to become more goal-oriented, effective, and successful in both at school and at home. This year, we're also celebrating, well, every year we celebrate all of our leaders in a Leader of the Month ceremony, which every student is selected, or each month a student is selected, which embodies one of the habits that we are focusing on for the month. And this year, we're celebrating them virtually.
Thanks so much. So the next piece that we want to share with you tonight is really about arts integration. And one of the things that really has made a significant impact on Creative Arts Academy are our partners. And one of the partners that we have worked with over the past 3 to 4 years has been Lego Education. And many people may not think, oh, partnership with Lego Education and fine arts, how do they go together? Well, we actually worked very closely with the curriculum builders at Lego Education and helped design a very unique maker space with an arts focus. So students actually get to experience arts integrated lessons through science, math, social studies, and etc. So we're going to ask Ms. Rotai to just share just a few minutes with us about what art integration looks like at Creative Arts Academy.
Hello, everyone. So when we talk about arts integration here at CAST, it's a wonderful and exquisite opportunity to see not only our academic teachers, but our fine arts teachers work together to creatively bring these standards, whether they're academic or arts-based, and these evolving objectives through many different forms, like Ms. Whitaker had talked about, Lego Makerspace. One of the major points to remember about arts integration is that it is to maintain the integrity of the art form. And another thing is the collaboration, which inside goes with our culture as well. So students engage in a creative process within the art form and other subject area with that actually deepens their understanding of it. So not only are they working collaboratively and increasing their social emotional learning, but they're deepening their understanding of many different art forms as well. For instance, one of our pre-algebra classes in 8th grade did a recent lesson, an arts integration lesson, that involved solving simultaneously linear equations on top of involving and creating their own stained glass artwork that was involved in 19th century Nouveau art form. So they were learning about many different things, and those objectives were just evolving. So it's very exciting, many things going on at CAST. And we are also in the process of building an archive of arts integration lessons as well for cross-curricular as well as grade levels. And we're very excited to utilize that as well.
Linear equations in arts, oh my, that's exciting. Especially, I love math, so to hear those two going hand in hand is just a great thing for all students in their learning. So, as we proceed into the next round of questions, I just wanted to touch base with our audience and let you know that this is an opportunity for you to post any questions that you have right there within Facebook, and we will integrate them into our session accordingly. So, Dr. Reed, can you share with us, in your opinion, what sets CAST apart from other schools? The dynamic things that are happening on your campus, if you could expound on that a bit, that would be great.
I might take all night to talk about this, but I'll try and be brief. So there are so many things that are going on at CAST. that really set us apart. First of all, our fine arts program, the fine arts electives that students have the opportunity to choose from. So our elementary students are able to choose from, and I know we'll talk a little bit more in depth about this, but our K through 2 students follow a wheel of art, dances for our elementary students, as well as drama. And then we also have, for our middle school students, it's unique. We have media art and graphic arts and dance on campus. And we'll give you a little bit more information about that. So our fine arts programs are very special, and they actually get to spend some time in depth into their fine arts classes. We do implement the Leader in Me program. And then on campus during the day, our students really have an opportunity to integrate, even when there's not specific arts integration lessons happening, you'll see students practicing their instruments as they're moving from class to class. Students are working together, and we perform in our Communique Cafe. So during lunch, you may see a dance performance start to happen, so students are performing for their peers. We have unique after-school programs. We have our dance program. Our students were getting ready to perform at Disney, so we hope that will happen again soon. Our dance program, our vocal program, and our instrumental program as well. Our vocal program has actually performed at the Sunrise Theater, accompanying ABBA, so we're out there in the public in our community involvement areas as well. I think I could probably go on forever, but those are some of the highlights of things that really set us apart and make us really unique. As well as actually our STEAM component, science, technology, engineering, and math, all of those are incorporated into everything that we do at CAST.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed last spring we got to hear about a song that was composed to go along with the science lesson regarding rocks, and it's really great to see all those elements mesh really well together on your campus. So thank you for that, Dr. Reed. So I'm going to move on to Ms. Clancy, and I know that Dr. Reed touched on the K through 2 wheel and then 3rd through 8th grade electives. Could you maybe expound on that a bit and share with us, what a student could expect to see if they were on your campus for learning?
Sure. Our K-2 students get to attend all of our elementary fine arts, which include music, dance, art, and drama. We like for them to experience all of the elementary fine arts because when they get to 3rd through 5th grade, they get to choose 2 of those fine arts to focus on. As they continue attending CAST and get to middle school, their choices expand even more. We offer band, instrumental, dance, graphic arts, media arts, visual arts, chorus, and musical theater. Middle school students also get to choose 2 fine arts to focus on for the year. You can check out our website for our course descriptions and requirements.
Thank you so much, Ms. Clancy. So moving on to Ms. Benton, you are a primary teacher as well as a STEAM advocate on campus, and so we really work hard at CAST to set the foundation for our primary learners, starting from the beginning. So could you expand a little bit on what you offer for your kindergartners and beyond?
Of course. Well, kindergarten is where the magic happens, all the fun learning. Like I mentioned earlier, the Leader in Me program is just one of the many pillars that we use to start our kindergartners on a strong foundation at CAST. Our young learners are exposed to all the fine arts like Ms. Clancy talked about, so they can soon select a specialty. And in the past, we've been able to go and have like little mini concerts with some of the older kids, and they just love looking up to these bigger performers, and they can't wait to become just like them as they get older. Our kindergartners also have a little Sprouts garden where they not only grow vegetables and flowers, but their own love of learning. We have lots of many and fun, exciting events in kindergarten that help kind of make our learning really fun and meaningful. We have a teddy bear picnic, we have a pumpkin patch, a powwow, a Q&U wedding, and a garden festival. And these are just some of the many things that we do to make our learning really fun and exciting, along with all of the arts integration and STEAM activities that we do throughout the school year.
That sounds like where I'd want to be if I was in kindergarten. So Ms. Rotai, can you please share with us, being an arts educator as well as a classroom educator, could you share with us a little bit about the STOP and STEM activities that happen on campus on a regular basis?
Absolutely. Actually, we have our Stop and STEAM Week coming up next week. So In the past, we had done a stop and steam day where everyone stopped and steamed, but now to benefit and to also help the digital platform along with the traditional platform of teaching, we've made it into a week so that we can do it across the grade levels, across class. So it's really fantastic. In the past, we've had one of our 6th grade science teachers do an activity where they built catapults. And she was able to do it with traditional and online. So they were using those science standards and they were infusing it with engineering as well, and they were coming up with all sorts of creative and amazing designs. And it's wonderful because the students on the digital platform are able to participate and show their creativity and share with their peers as well. Basically, over the entire week, we will be stopping and steaming in various grade levels, and these are all lessons throughout the summer that grade level academic teachers and fine arts teachers are able to collaborate and build together.
I love the voice and choice that's available on your campus. It's really refreshing to hear. So thanks for sharing that, Mr. Ratai. We're going to transition right now. We just want to bring to life and show you a couple of pictures of what we've been chatting about with this wonderful crew. So we're going to switch over, and you can see here, this is just focusing on giving you an overview of CAST with some pictures of some of the different classes that are offered there and the programs that are offered on the campus, including a broadcasting arts room in which there's green screens, and students on campus are putting together the morning announcements. They actually do these weekly announcements, and a lot of time and effort's put into it, and it's, you know, for the kids, by the kids, and it's great to see it in action. Next, here you'll see they have a beautiful dance studio on their campus in which students in all grade levels get to participate in dance as an elective if that's one that was chosen, and really get to show their creativity. You'll also see some of the wonderful graphic arts as well as visual arts that has taken place, and the theater performances there as well, bringing it all to life on stage. And then here we have some of the superstars that are on the stage with us. Just recently put together a fantastic family night. They kicked it off, the pun was intended, with Super Bowl, and they kicked off Leader and Me Family Night, in which they were able to take those 7 habits and take them from teaching students at the school about them to now incorporating it into the household and having families think about those qualities and what it looks like in their homes and connecting and collaborating together. They utilized a platform called Nearpod to actually provide that engagement and interaction with the learning about the 7 habits for highly effective families, and they broadcast it on Facebook Live. So here you can see a little more of that in action. And then here, we just wanted to bring to your attention, especially if you have little ones, 4-year-olds or VPK kids who are interested in getting started in the school system, we would love for them to come and learn and grow with us at Creative Arts Academy and Samuel Gaines Academy of Emerging Technologies. So definitely, if you're thinking about that kindergarten registration, information is on there for you to be able to sign up with us. So I'm going to ask Jane to please come on back up. I'll get my mask on so that we could go over some of the questions and answers that we're receiving.
So many of our events, we often have several of the same questions popping up as we go and meet with families and students throughout the year. So we thought that we would give you a little Q&A experience just to answer some of those questions that maybe you have as well. So one of the questions is there transportation provided to the magnet schools? So we'll let Lori answer these.
So that's a great question. Absolutely. Regardless of where you live in St. Lucie County, we do provide transportation to our MSAP magnet schools. With that being said, though, upon a seat being offered to your child, then you'd be in contact with the transportation department. What we like to share out is that it typically would be a community-based stop, depending upon where you live throughout the county. So it may not be right in front of your door, but it would be right there in your neighborhood, so that your child could then be transported to, for example, Creative Arts Academy or one of the other MSAP schools to take part in their innovative learning.
Awesome. So many of our families who have been living in St. Lucie County for a long period of time are probably familiar with the word magnet and usually connect those to FK Suite, Fairlawn, and Lincoln Park Academy. But the MSAP magnet schools are just a little bit different. And we just wanted to share the fact And Lori's going to answer this question. Is there a wait list for the MSAP magnet schools?
So while the grant is active, so during the 5-year span of the grant, we are not allowed to have a wait list. So that is what makes us, a bit different than the other magnet schools, because you may be used to getting your child on a wait list for them. However, for the start of the 22-23 school year, so we have another year and a half to go, we will then be able to establish a wait list for you to sign up and get your child on it for these schools.
So one of the questions that we had last night as well was asking about academic or performance, audition requirements to actually enter into these schools. So can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. So there are not requirements to get into the school. The purpose of the MSAP grant is to open the opportunity to all students, because really we want to offer this innovative programmatic activity to all students so that they can thrive in this environment. So with that being said, at this time we do not require anything audition-wise or recommendation letter-wise. It is a lottery-based application system. So once an application is submitted during the application window, then the student assignment department will run a lottery for the number of seats that are available in each grade level at each school, and then notify families if their child was to receive a seat at that school.
Great. And it's really about coming to Creative Arts Academy is really about having a love for the arts and wanting to do something special with the talents and skills that you have as a musician, a performer, a dancer, whatever it is that you're interested in. It's just having a love for that and being interested in applying. So the next question we have is, once my child is accepted to the magnet schools, do I need to reapply every year?
That's a great question, and it does come up often. If your child is currently had applied to a K-8 school, then that is applicable during their whole time during K-8. However, if they were to want to then transition to the high school, they would then apply for the high school for the program of interest. However, once they've applied and been accepted in the K-8 environment, then that stays with them for the remainder of their time at the school.
Awesome. And finally, the last question is, when do I need to apply? This is a very big deal.
Absolutely. So that's probably the question everyone's been dying to know after hearing the great things happening at CAST. Our application window is open through March 6th, so you want to make sure you go to stlucieschools.org. You could go to the departments tab, and then you'll pick student assignments, and then you will click current SLPS students. If you need further directions on how to access that, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Lori Boyer, so you could email me at lori.boyer@stlucieschools.org or give me a call even at 772-429-3643. But you want to make sure you get it in by March 6th so that you could be included in the next lottery.
And we just want to thank everyone for joining us today as we shared about Creative Arts Academy. We want to encourage you to check out www.stlucieschools.org and check out the Magnet Schools, Creative Arts Academy specifically. We especially want to thank our amazing guests who came to share with us about the programs. We thank each of you for all that you do for our students each and every day. And just remember, Creative Arts Academy is about performing arts and changing the lives of students each and every day. And just remember that they have a spot waiting for you. We'll see you next time.